Hey guys, I apologize. It's been quite a long time since I put out a video. I've been really busy with my girls and my wife. It's been a really fun summer. We've been camping and all kinds of other good stuff, but I haven't been able to take the boat out as much as I was hoping. But here's something I can do without taking the boat out. I'm a club fisherman here in Michigan, and we do some local tournaments which are within an hour of our home base, and then we do some tournaments that are up north for a weekend, so those are 2-day tournaments. And I've set out here a bunch of tackle that I take with me, and I'll go through this with you guys and let you know kind of what I pack with me as a co-angler, because it's definitely, there's some strategy there that's a little bit different. I try to bring just one big box with all my tackle, and then my rain suit and my life vest if I need it, so I'm not being too cumbersome in the boater's boat. So he's doing me a favor by letting me fish with him, so I want to be as courteous as I can. So let me get all this stuff off the table, and I'll kind of show you guys each box individually and explain why I pick what I pick, and show you how it fits inside my tackle box. Alright guys, so this is the box I chose to purchase as a co-angler. It's a Plano HydroFlow. I really like this thing. It's big, it's got a lot of storage, and it helps to keep all your tackle dry if you're out in the rain. It's got the bottom of it's perforated, so you can set your box out and it'll drain. It won't keep water in it. So that's a really nice feature. Keep mold and keep everything from rusting. So that's really nice. I put this heavier duty bungee on because after 1 year, I mean, it broke on me. So got a little bit heavy duty bungee on there. You can store one box on top here underneath the bungee, and then 5 boxes inside here, and they're the Plano 3700 series. And you'll see I've upgraded a couple of the boxes, some waterproof, and a Bass Mafia box just for my likes and for me to be able to carry what I want onto the boat. So I will pull things off the shelf here and throw them in the box and explain to you why I picked each thing. Alright, so first box, a lot of times this is the first one that comes out in the morning. This has got all my top water in it. I got some prop baits, I got some poppers, some spooks, and then I also have in some of these boxes, I don't have a box for every single technique, so I do have some miscellaneous in some of these, and in this top little compartment I've got my deep diving crankbaits. So they're just Strike King 6XDs. I don't fish crankbaits much deeper than that. I've never caught anything that deep. Doesn't mean I won't ever do that, but right now I don't feel comfortable with it, so I don't take it with me in a tournament. So that box goes in. Next box. This one's kind of a miscellaneous box. It's got a bunch of jerk baits in it, and then it's got my buzz baits and my spinner baits. So this one, I definitely get a lot of use out of this in the spring, and the buzz baits especially on top water in the morning. So that's what's in the second box. Third one is jigs. I've gotten into making my own jigs. I don't pour the lead or paint the jig, but I do make the skirts and assemble them here at my home. It's a lot cheaper. I think it costs me like $1.50 per jig instead of $3 or $4 for the cheap ones at the store. So and I can pick what colors I want and what sizes and everything, and if I run out, I can just make a few more and I'm good to go. There's also a few swim jigs in here. I don't make those. And then I also have some chatterbaits, which I have yet to catch a fish on a chatterbait, but I also haven't fished it much because it's definitely not one of my confidence baits. Next here is my crankbaits. I know I've mentioned this in one video before, but most of these crankbaits are the ones that I've custom painted here. I've got a few Strike King crankbaits and then some lipless crankbaits that I didn't make because I don't have any bodies for painting, but most of these are painted by me, and I'm still in testing phase, trying to see what colors the fish like. And this is actually the box that I normally keep on top. And one thing as a tip, the reason I used to keep my soft plastics, this is a big empty or a big one compartment 3700 series box with all my soft plastics in it, and I used to keep that on top, but with some of the soft plastics, if they sit out in the sun, they actually take whatever shape they are in the package. So I have some of my finesse worms that have a big crink in the middle of them, and I'm trying to avoid that. So that one actually goes inside the Plano box now, and my crankbaits sit on top and get strapped in just like that. So the last box I have, this is all of my terminal tackle. This is the heavy one. This is the nicest box that I have, and this box actually is super awesome. I'm super impressed with this box. The reason I wanted to use this one is because it has so many compartments in it. I've tried several different of the Plano brand, trying to get as many compartments as I can. They aren't as thick and as nice as these, and with all the weights in them, they tend to deflect and parts would come out and be mixed in other compartments. So this one was my favorite. It's a little more expensive, but it was awesome because it's got so many compartments in it. And one upgrade I made to it was I added this little anti-slide mat, and that helps keep these pushed all the way down, as well as keeps all my hooks and everything from transferring into other bins that it shouldn't be in. So that's the last one that goes in the box. That's the last of the 3700 series. As you can see, you can fit a ton of straight tackle in here. And next I'll kind of go over my tools and some of the other ancillary gear that I use. Alright, so I've kind of laid out here all of the extra tools that I use when I'm on the water. One big one that I didn't have for my first few tournaments, and once I caught my first limit, I really wished I had them, were these call tags. This way you can keep track of how many fish you have and the weight of each fish. What I do is I've got an actual note in my phone that's got a list 1 through 5, and I put the number 1 through 5 on each one of these. So every time I catch a fish, I throw number 1 on it for the first fish, and then in my notes on my phone, I throw the weight of it. So once I catch my 6th fish, I know exactly which fish to get rid of, and I replace the poundage of the new fish onto that same number in my note, and then I know that next time I catch a fish, weigh them, I know if I can cull or if I throw them back, and which fish I need to replace. So it makes it a lot quicker, especially for a co-angler, and there have been a few times where my boater has not had 2 live wells, so it's really nice for him that I have call tags to keep our fish separate, because that could cause some problems if there wasn't a divider and a live well and neither one of us had call tags. So that's a really good thing to keep with you. And I keep those right in the back here. Same thing with these weights. These are just some split shots that I use for adding weight to my Senkos to make them sink faster or slower, and some of my other rigs. That also goes right in the back. Scissors and pliers. These scissors are made so that they'll cut braid. The old scissors I had would not cut braid, so these are awesome. Obviously if they cut braid, they'll cut monofilament and fluorocarbon, but gotta have scissors and gotta have pliers. Help keep from tearing up the inside of the fish so they don't die on you. I've also got a second kind of pair of cutters. These actually are just like fingernail clippers, but I can hang them around my neck. So if I'm fishing something, I'm retying a lot, I'll just throw this around my neck, and then it's always with me no matter what I'm doing. Next, keep some super glue for putting trailers on jigs, trailers on spinner baits, all that good stuff to keep them from pulling off. Swim baits, I use this to keep the bait up by the jig head. So this is a really good thing to have with you. And I really like the gel control. It doesn't run all over and get on your fingers as much. You know exactly where you put it, and it stays there until you push the bait back up. So it's a little bit more expensive, but in my opinion, this is way easier to use. I got a scale. This goes hand in hand with having the cull tags. Don't rely on your boater to have one and also to let you use it, because some of the newer scales actually store weights, and so they're not going to want to let you use it if they've already got you know, they're storing their fish weights in there, because it'll overwrite some of theirs. So bring your own, and if you don't have one, I would ask for one, but if they're reluctant, just say never mind and just do it by hand. You've got to be courteous to your boater, because he's the one that owns the boat and pays all the fees for registration and everything. So you've got to be courteous to your boater. Next, I've got some Costa sunglasses. These are my favorite pair I've ever had. really, really clear, really durable, and I actually keep these. There actually is both side pockets here have a hard case feel to them, so you can store your sunglasses right in there, just in a small pocket, or you can just throw them right in. I keep mine in a little sleeve. I don't keep them in the hard case in my tackle box, but I keep them in a small sleeve inside the side pocket. Got to have some line with you, fluorocarbon and monofilament. I keep a little bit of each in my tackle box. Those fit right in the side. That way they're out of the sun, they're not baking in the sun and getting ruined. So next I have a Hurag, or a Buff, whatever you want to call it. But this thing's awesome for really hot sunny days, and I don't want to be putting sunscreen on the back of my neck or my ears, you know, all the time. So I'll keep this on me. Plus I can put it in the water and it soaks up a bunch of water and it cools me right off. So that stays right in the back. Some line and lure. I have this for some days when it's raining. If you've got monofilament or fluorocarbon, I spray this on it every now and then because it can tangle, especially on bait casters, and that's a big pain. If you get a big backlash out there, you don't get to carry, you know, 10 rods on the boat with you like a pro does, because they've got the rod lockers. I only bring 5 rods, so if I've got one for each technique, so if I get a backlash and I can't get it undone, I can't use that rod, and I don't have something else that's ideal for that technique. So I have I don't even really know what this O-ring tool maybe, but this is just for putting O-rings on a Senko. Have to keep first aid kit in case you get hooked, in case you get bang yourself on something, you know, whatever, but I always have a first aid kit just in case. And then last thing is, this is cleaner for my sunglasses. If we go through some rough water and I get a bunch of water spots on my sunglasses, I can quick spray them down, clean them up with this rag, and I'm good to go. So I know that was kind of a quick run over, but this is the way that I keep all of my stuff nice and condensed on a boater's boat. That way I'm not taking up too much room. One last thing actually that I kind of forgot to mention, but I mentioned it earlier, but this rain suit, you have got to bring a rain suit with you. I never trust the weatherman, and I've been in tournaments without a rain suit, and I've been in tournaments with a rain suit when it's been nasty weather, and the comfort level is night and day. Bring your rain suit, even if it's a cheap one. Keep yourself dry. It'll keep yourself a lot warmer, and it'll keep your spirits up, and you'll be able to fish a lot faster, and just be in better spirits, so you'll be fishing better. So thanks guys for watching this. I apologize again for it taking so long to get my second video, or however many videos this is, however many you've seen. But I will try and keep up more videos. I do have a tournament coming in 2 weeks. This weekend I'm going to pre-fish. It's a local tournament, so I can take my small boat out and try and do some fishing. So I'm going to try and get that on video, show you guys what I kind of do for pre-fishing. It's a learning experience for me, because this will be my first time pre-fishing on my own. So that'll be kind of cool if I can get a video to show you guys whether I catch fish or not. So hopefully I'll get that to you soon. But as I said in all my other videos, you know, thanks a lot for watching. Like and subscribe if you can. If you like what you see, it'll bring content up for you. And then leave a comment down below for things that you want to see, things that you like, things that you don't like. Help me out. I'm kind of evolving in this, so I'd like to keep improving and bringing you guys some better content. So thanks again, and get out and fish, guys.